Welcome back to my channel, ladies and gentlemen. This is Stretch's Tips, Tricks, and Tools. Today I have a little project from my travel trailer. My good old pot here took a dump on me. So we're going to show you how I repaired this. Maybe if you have the same problem, you'll be able to take care of it yourself. The problem I had with this thing here is that I don't know if it got frozen or what, but you can see this crack right here. This crack lets water out, and that's not good. Good thing that when this thing finally broke and started spewing water everywhere, that I was in my travel trailer. One thing I would suggest, anybody that has a travel trailer, motorhome, whatever, when you're not in the motorhome, turn the water off, because if something like this ever breaks and you're not there, it is going to make a heck of a mess. You're going to come home to a flooded travel trailer, motorhome, whatever. I learned a good lesson here. I was lucky that I was there when it popped and started squirting water everywhere. So that's just a hint, a trick, call it what you want. It could save you a lot of headaches in the future. When you're not in your travel trailer or your motorhome, turn the water off. And that means if you're at a campground, turn the water off so you can't get flooded if you're not there. If you're out visiting or out there at the latest bazaar or yard sale, whatever, blowing all your money, at least you know your trailer's not going to be flooded when you get back. Let me show you what we're working on today. What we're working on today is this model of toilet right here. It's a Thetford brand or Thetford brand. I don't know how you spell it, whatever. This is a model number. If you look this up on the internet, you can find the parts you need for it. So let me show you how I made the repairs. Okay, what I found out on the internet is you can't buy this piece. It doesn't screw on, it's glued on. And so you need to replace the whole base. And I thought to myself, what the heck that's going to be? So I got to looking at it, and really it's not that big a problem. You just have to get this hose off of here, disconnect it, and it comes all apart. Now to get these hoses off, you got these little spring clamps that you can get loose. But you can't get the hoses off because they've been on there for 10 years. And so what you need to do, get you one of these handy dandy hair dryers from Harbor Freight. Heat these plastic tubes up and they'll get pliable and they'll come right off. And I'll show you how to do that. You need to be careful not to get them too hot because you don't want to catch them on fire or melt them. You just want to warm them up so they get soft. And when they get soft, they come right off without a problem. We need to use this over again. Now the bowl of this toilet is a ceramic, but the base is all plastic. We've got two bolts that hold it all together. They're 3/8 nut size for your little ratchet. Take these out. Once I got this thing all apart, I realized that you can't replace this piece here because it's glued on to the base. And I don't know how you'd ever get it loose without ruining it. But once you get the two bolts out, you see in here this thing, it's got little rotation things in here where you just rotate it a quarter turn, or not even a quarter turn, 1/8 of a turn, and it just lifts right off. Just like that. So we'll put this part over here. Anyway, once I got this all apart and I realized I couldn't fix this, I had to order the whole base. I got the base from Amazon with Prime free shipping. It was like $79. And that seemed like a lot of money for just a little plastic fitting, but they kind of got you. There's nowhere else to go to get the parts. And so that's what we got. So let me go get the new base and I'll show you how I installed it. Okay, here's the new base. Comes with a new ring that goes on here. I'm going to squirt a little WD-40 on this O-ring here. So I can slip it down in there tight. Okay. Now that came with the base. You also get this kit here with directions. It has the 2 gaskets you need. There's a gasket that goes up here on this one. And this gasket goes underneath where it goes onto the floor of the trailer. And to get this out of the trailer was no big deal. I just had to disconnect the water. It has 2 bolts, 2 nuts actually, that hold it down to the closet flange. But I was wondering if this kit had a part number. I guess this is the part number for the kit. Right here. And it shows you that you got your directions. It shows you have your new bolts to hold it together, new gaskets, new bolts for the closet flange, new caps, and new clamps to hold the hoses. So that's good because this other clamp is pretty rusty. So basically, to put this thing together, we need to put this gasket on here, get the ceramic bowl, set it on. That's going to be fun because it fits. With that new gasket, it's pretty tight, so it's going to be hard to get it to turn here. Boy. There we go. You can see it clips under these. There's 4 of these little clips in there, and it clips under to hold it. Let's see if I can bring in here, you can see a little better. See how those little clips, they hold it down. And then there's 2 bolts. 2 bolts that go in there to tighten up and get those aligned here. Okay. So we'll get all our parts out here. Now we have our new bolts. And these are quite a bit longer than the old ones. But that's what we're going to use. So they go with a metal washer, and then a plastic washer, and then they go in the hole. Metal washer, plastic washer. And put the rest of those in. Tighten those up. Okay, we got those tight. Let's check this out and make sure it's going to function properly. Looks like it's working good. That's what we want. Well, it looks like they only gave you one new clamp, so this is the old rusty one. Get rid of it. Put the new one down here at the bottom. Okay, that hose on there, this one's on here. Get this clamp, put it back on. And this clamp put back on up here. Okay. Okay, the way this thing operates is your water comes in here, your foot valve controls the water through here, and when you flush, the water comes up and through here and it goes into the bowl and flushes down. And that's just how it works. And that's the repair completed. The only thing left is to put it back inside the travel trailer. So we'll get to that next. Okay, this is where the toilet goes. We've got the old bolts out, the old nuts, the old caps. Got the new bolt in there. Another new bolt in there. Got the new gasket on the bottom. This is gonna be fun here because it's kind of a tight fit. Okay, here we go. Got our new gasket on the bottom. And then bolts up might be fun. There we go. Okay. We just gotta tighten that thing down. We'll have it in place. What do I do with my ratchet? I don't know. Here it is. I'm going to snug that one down at first. And we'll snug this one down. May have to come back and snug those up again, but it's on there good right now. I'm going to leave these caps off that go on these nuts. Back here's the water line. It goes right here. We'll just get some channel locks to tighten that up a little bit. Tight. So now, turn the water on and we'll test it. Hopefully we won't have any leaks. No leaks found. I think we're in business. Yep, no leaks. Oh, here's some water running somewhere. And that was the kitchen sink got turned on a little bit. Okay, I'm happy with this. I vote this job is done. Thank you for joining me today, working on my toilet. If you like what you saw, subscribe for more videos. You can put a comment in if you like, and put a like there, down in the like section if you like. If you didn't like it, put a dislike. Doesn't matter to me. Anyway, thanks for joining me on Stretch's tips, tricks, and tools. Don't forget about that little hairdryer for heating up those rubber lines to make them pliable so you can get them off. And we'll be seeing you next time on the next video.